The story I'm about to tell you is how I, Huey P. Newton, the Black Panther Party founder, was set free into a prison.
Hey,
Hey, Andre, nice to see you again.
You too, man. How's Miami?
Miami is beautiful.
Still hot, huh? All right. Good to see you, man.
Look, I had the chance to watch a couple more episodes while I was waiting, and I'm really curious and interested on Huey's relationship with his father, and I think he has like this anger, but he's charismatic. It has to do a lot of things with that, and I don't know if you as an actor you have to dig in that relationship to bring some emotions to particularly the scene on the phone when he's trying to say goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah. That Ruben, those father-son relationships always get me. It always gets me. So many of the projects that I've done have some kind of complicated father-son relationship. Um, so yeah, this relationship, I didn't feel like I had to dig too deep because, you know, thinking about my own father, brings up a lot of feelings for me as well. And then obviously working with Glenn Turman, who's such a legend, all you really got to do is look in his eyes and you get everything you need. He brings so much to everything he does. So I'm glad you enjoyed that aspect of it. That was one of my favorite things too. Even when I first read the script, I was really interested in that relationship between the two of them.
Also, the relationship that Hughes has with women, with particularly with Miss Boone
Oh
character,
yeah.
yeah, to me it's like she's kind of a leader, but also she knows her role as a woman with him. That kind of coaching relationship to me is really interesting for a guy who's super violent, but like I said, charismatic. And how do you manage that borderline with her and your strong character as a have this balance between like I hear her and I feel for her and I do whatever she says.
Yeah, I think that's one of the interesting things about the character is this contradiction that he has between, you know, um, his like revolutionary zeal and his talent and his charisma and his complicated, uh, difficult, often harmful relationship with some of the women in his life, right? And the inherent like there was a lot of misogyny that existed in the party at the time as well, and so I think what we tried to do, or what I hope that we did, is to try to be as honest as possible about that. Not paint him as one thing or the other, but to try to offer um, scenes and moments that present like a variety of the shades of his personality. Um, and obviously, since this series isn't really just about him or just about the party, I think people really have to think of this as like a an introduction more than anything, right? And then go and do some more reading, and I think they'll find that there are so many different opinions about who he was, how he was, and people had all kinds of different experiences with him. Um, so yeah, so I think to answer your question, I wanted us to be as fair and as balanced as is possible in this limited amount of time we had.
It's just like me. I'm from the Dominican Republic, and basically I hear about Black Panther's party through movies. And now the show's gonna be in a lot of countries. Do you think that's gonna spark a lot of curiosity from people from other countries outside, of course, the well-known story the Americans know?
I think so. I hope so. I mean, I think that one of the things that Huey and the party was connected to was the sort of global movement for liberation. And it wasn't only in America that struggle took place. So I think oppressed people all around the world, I think might be able to find an attachment to the party and to their politics and hopefully to Huey Newton.
We're gonna beat the Beverly Hills 7, man.
They call you that after you're arrested.